Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 9th, 1988. We are at Stade Olympique, north of the border. The New York Mets take on the Montreal Expos. Let's take a look at the standings after September 8th. In the American League East, the Yankees and the Tigers are still tied for first in that division. But the Boston Red Sox are now only a half game behind. The Toronto Blue Jays are a game and a half out of third. And the Brewers are now 2.5 out of third. The Brewers are beginning to fade, but it's still anybody's race for 3 playoff spots. In the AL West, the Oakland Athletics, their magic number is 14 to clinch the AL West. Minnesota and Kansas City are going ahead and fighting with each other for second and third. The California Angels are now under 500, but they are still 2.5 back. They're not out of it yet. In the National League East, the Pirates lead the division by a 4.5 game lead on the Expos. The Mets tonight are 77-61. The Expos are 82-57. The Mets are trying to hold on to third. They have a 3-game lead now on the Cardinals, who are 3 back of third place. In the National League West, the Houston Astros still lead that division, but the Giants are right behind them with a game. The Cincinnati Reds now have a game and a half lead on the Padres for third, but they are under 500 as well as the Padres. And the Dodgers are not done yet. They are 6.5 out of third, but I'm still tracking them though, but they have 74 losses, 6 more losses, and the 88 World Series champions will not even make the postseason. The games on the board are huge. Every game is important right now in the pennant race. Who will make the postseason? Who will have to wait till the next replay? We shall find out. Brian B., Jeremy Brooks, Frank Rosenk, Mark Russell, and Texags 75 join us here at Stade Olympique. The Mets historically won this game 7-3. They had 14 hits. The Expos had 12 hits and an error. But usually inside pitch lately, the losers have been winning. So anything is possible in inside pitch. And hopefully tonight I don't blow it like I did last night. Anyway, let's get to some baseball as D-Puck now joins us here at Stade Olympique. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight is Brian Holman. 4 wins, 8 losses, a 3.23 ERA. Only started about 16 games for the Expos that year. Not bad. A 3.23 ERA is not bad. 8 losses tells me he didn't get much run support. But let's see what happens tonight with my New York Mets. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Mets, center fielder nails Lenny Dykstra. 270 average, 8 homers, 33 RBIs for the Mets in 88. We're going to use powder blue, white, and blue dice. Expos are the home team. Fans here at Olympic Stadium still hoping they can catch the Pirates. They are 4.5 back. The Pirates look like they're going to win the NL East and have number 1 in the National League. But still, one way to go. Let's see what happens tonight. Holman, 6'4", that's at the park. Olympic Stadium, 5'4", and Dykstra leads off with a base hit to center field. So a good way to start off for my Mets, as Dykstra will hold at set at first base with the leadoff single. Next batter will be Greg Jeffries. He's at second base tonight. Jeffries was the hero for the Mets in the last game they played. 321 average, 6 homers, 17 RBIs. Jeffries was a solid player in his career, but he really didn't measure up to what the Mets expected him to be, and he was pretty much a cancer in the clubhouse. Strategy roll. That is a 1. Dykstra gets the steal sign. 16 plus 1 is 17. Santovenia, 0 pivot, 0 arm. Dykstra on his way. He throw down to second, and he is safe under the tag. Dykstra will get his first stolen base. He had 30 of them that year, and that puts a runner on second. Re-roll the strat, and Dykstra will stay put. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 4-5. Wild pitch, 7. Yep, and that's going to go to the back. And Dykstra will go to third. So the Mets getting some help from the Expos here. A wild pitch by Holman. And now they'll re-roll the strat. And that is an 8. And Dykstra will stay where he is. Infield is going to play back. It's early. Holman will make the pitch. Holman, 3-6. Error on a throw. Jeffries, 6-5, and then won't matter where the infield is in because Jeffries going to smack a double into left field. Dykstra will come in to score. Jeffries goes to second, and just like that, it's 1-0 Metropolitans. So the Mets are starting off quick here in this game. They need to. They got to hold on to third, maybe try to catch the Expos for second. Next up will be the first baseman, Keith Fernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 276 average, 11 homers, 55 RBIs. Again, a runner on second, and nothing on the 11. Jeffries, Holman will pitch. 6-6 against the lefty. That is a blank. Hernandez, 1-1. That's a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Jeffries, base runner 3, single to left +2, 1-5. He'll score, and there's a 6. Here comes the throw. And that's the left fielder, and that is Jones. He has a +1 arm, a 1 or a 2. There could be an out, and that is a 5. Jeffries will put on the brakes and head back to third. But that is a single for Hernandez. And now with runners at the corners, here comes the right fielder, the straw man, Darryl Strawberry, who would be in the Hall of Fame if it wasn't for the crap. 269 average, 39 homers, 101 RBIs. They're going to call infield a double play deft and try to turn 2 here, although Strawberry does not. You know what? Instead, they're going to call infield in. Strawberry didn't ground out in the many double plays. Doug Hunt joins us here at Stade Olympique. Strat. Nothing on the 8. Holman will pitch. Holman, 5-1, strikeout 4, and he got Strawberry. Strikeout number 1 for Holman. He had 58 of them in 88. And now we will see Hojo Howard Johnson. He is at shortstop tonight. 230 average, 24 homers, 68 RBIs in 88. And they'll keep the infield in. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. And yes, rest in peace, Bud Grant. Absolute Hall of Famer head coach for the Vikings. Holman will pitch. Holman, 3-3, error on a grounder. Johnson, 6-3, and that's going to be a fly out to right. Fly out to right field, 2 outs. Johnson, sacrifice fly of 2. He won't bring in Jeffries that way. Jeffries, base runner 3. Right fielder Brooks, 0 arm, a 1-3. Jeffries can still score, and he will. Jeffries puts on the Jets, and he will come in to score. It's 2-0 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! So now 2 outs. And that will bring up Mookie. Mookie Wilson. He is in left field tonight. 296 average, 8 homers, 41 RBIs. Mookie Wilson had the greatest at-bat in World Series history. Holman will be great for the pitch. Nothing on the strat. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 3-1, walk plus, and that 10 is ball 4. Stade Olympique adds 1 to strikeout, subtracts 1 from walks, and Wilson will head to first, and that is a base on balls. First walk issued by Holman. He had 32 of them in 88. Lost one good one of the Alou brothers. Which one? I don't know about any of the Alou brothers passing away. Which one was it, Doug? 2 men out. And that will bring up the kid, the catcher, Gary Carter. Hall of Famer? You bet. 242 average, 11 homers, 46 RBIs, and he should be wearing a friggin' Mets cap in the hall. Strategy roll. That is a 17, no play. Holman will go ahead and make the pitch. Jesus Alou? Okay. Holman, 3-5. That's a pitcher result. 1-6 against the righty. A 1-6, a base hit. The 19 is high. Carter, 4-6, and he hits one to left field. That is a 17, but that's going to be too high against a right-handed pitcher. And getting over there is going to be Tracy Jones, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, a stolen base, a sacrifice fly, and a walk. And the Mets have jumped out to a 2-0 lead here on the Expos in a very important game in the National League East. Frank Wainscott joins us here at Stade Olympique. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets tonight, Sid Fernandez, 12 wins, 10 losses, a 3.03 ERA. We've seen him before. The Expos have a lot of their main players in the lineup, but missing a few. Leading off for the Expos will be second baseman Rex Hudler, 273 average, 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Clee baseball fans joins us here at Stade Olympique. El Cid with the pitch. 5-3 against the righty. That is a blank. Hudler, 1-5 against the lefty. That's a base hit. He slaps one past third, and that'll be a leadoff single for Hudler. So both teams coming out quick out of the chute. Next batter will be Tracy Jones. He is in left field tonight. 295 average, 3 homers, 24 RBIs in 88. Infield is a double play depth. Hudler at 29 stolen bases. He's not going anywhere. Bunt sign is on, but Jones will swing. Fernandez, 2-3, walk plus, and that will be ball 4 on a 5. So the Mets scored 2 runs in the top of the first, and already Sid Fernandez is in trouble here in the bottom of the first. First walk issued by Fernandez. He had 69 of them in 88. And now we'll see the first baseman, the big cat, Andres Galarraga. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? I kind of think so. 302 average, 29 homers, 92 RBIs. David Vega joins us here at Stade Olympique. Strategy roll. That is a 6. Nothing happening already. El Cid in trouble. Fernandez with the pitch. 5-5. Wild pitch. Nope, that's ball 1. The 16 was high. Do it again. 1-4 at the park. Stade Olympique. 6-4. And that's a ground ball to third. Let's see where it was hit. And that is hit. And that is in the hole. 2, 3, 4. Second base, pivot, Jeffrey 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Hudler will go to third, and Jones and Galarraga are out, and that's 2 away. As Fernandez goes ahead and gets the twin killing there to help him out. So a 5-4-3 double play. That'll bring up the right fielder, Hubie Brooks. I always felt Brooks was an underrated player in his career. I thought he was solid. 279 average, 20 homers, 90 RBIs in 88. Hudler on at third, 2 outs now in the bottom of the first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Hudler, actually, does Hudler get the... Hudler's attempt is a 17 plus 3 is a 20. Hudler actually gets the steal sign to go home, but Hudler is not going to do it. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. This is not the All-Star game. Fernandez, 5-3 against the righty. That's a blank. Brooks, 5-1, and that's a base hit past short, and the Expos will get a run. Brooks goes ahead and sends one past the shortstop, and just like that, the Expos get one back. It's 2-1. RBI single by Brooks. And now the batter is the third baseman, Tim Wallach. 257 average, 12 homers, 69 RBIs. So now a runner on first base. Brooks had 7 stolen bases. He will stay put. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez, 6-4, range play. Wallach, 3-3. That's a fly ball hit to right field. That's it to the straw. Strawberry's range is a 2. That is a 4. And that's going to be a base hit to right. Brooks' base runner is a 3 with 2 outs. Single to right plus 2, a 1-5. He'll take third, and he will. Wallach may try to take second. And that is a 3. He won't. He will stay at second. He will stay at first base. So now the Expos are going ahead Now the Expos are trying to get some extra runs here. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Nelson Santovania. 236 average, 8 homers, 41 RBIs. Again, Sid Fernandez has not pitched pretty well when I've had him on the board. This is, I think, the 3rd time I've had him there. Strategy roll. That's a 4. Nothing happening. Brooks at 3rd. Wallach at 1st. Bottom of the 1st inning, 2-1 Mets. Fernandez, 1-1. Error on a grounder. Santovania, 2-6. That's going to be a fly ball hit to center field. And Dykstra will get to it. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. And the Mets have a 2-1 lead after 1. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. This is a big game here, but then again, they all are here in the pennant race. Leading off for the Mets will be Dave Magadan. He is at 3rd base tonight. 277 average, a homer, 35 RBIs. Holman will make the pitch. Holman, 2-5. That is a blank. Magadan, 4-4. That's a single. He hits that one past first base. And into the outfield it goes, so another leadoff hit for the Mets. That will bring up the pitcher, Sid Fernandez. Batted .250 as a hitter with 9 RBIs. He can bunt if necessary. Infield's going to bring in corners, and that's a 16. He does get the bunt sign, but you know what? I'm going to swing away with a .250 average. Holman with the pitch. Holman, 5-3. That's a blank. Fernandez, 4-5, and that was a good call. That's a base hit. Pass short, it's a single. Magadan not very fast with a base runner, too. He'll stay at 2nd base. And the Mets are once again in business. And the next batter is Nails. Nails is 1-for-1. Steeler fan joins us here at Stade Olympique. Infield a double play depth. Anything on the strat? The 6 says no. Holman again in trouble here, now in the top of the 2nd. 2-1 Mets, nobody out, runners on base. Holman, 5-2, strikeout 4, and he got Dykstra. That is a called strike 3 on Dykstra. He should have definitely swung at that. And that's strikeout number 2 for Holman. That'll bring up Jeffries. Jeffries got a double his first time up. And nothing on the 10. Holman will pitch to Jeffries. Pitch on the way. 1-5 against the switch left. That's a walk. The 17 is high. Jeffries, 3-5, and that's a ground ball to short. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot, Hudler, 0-0 pivot. A 1 or a 2, it's a double play. They don't get it. Magadan will get the 3rd. Fernandez easily thrown out at 2nd, and Jeffries takes 1st on the fielder's choice. Fielder's choice by Jeffries. And now the Expos are 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Here is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He is 1-for-1. MV now joins us here at Stade Olympique. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Runners at the corners, now 2 outs. Holman will make the pitch. Holman, 2-3, that's a blank. Hernandez, 1-4, and that's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Holman will handle that, throw to first, and the Expos get out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, as the Mets strand a couple here, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Fernandez back on the mound. Leading off for the Expos will be center fielder Otis Nixon. 244 average, no homers, 15 RBIs. Fernandez with the pitch. Fernandez 2-3, walk plus 17, and he walked him. Again, Fernandez just not showing if he's any good. That's another walk given up by Hernandez. That's his 2nd. And now we'll bring up the shortstop, Luis Rivera. 224 average, 4 homers, 30 RBIs. Infield double play. Nixon had 46 stolen bases, and he gets the steal sign, and he's going. 16 plus 2 is 18. Carter +2. The only way Nixon is out is on a 20. And he slides in there gets under the tag, but he's there. Otis Nixon will steal second base. Stolen base for Nixon. Strategy roll. Nixon now gets the call for third, and he's going to go ahead and try it again. Nixon, that is a 3. He's got it. Nixon's going to try to field third. Again, the only way he's out is on a 20. And now it's a possible error on Carter. His error rating is a 5. That is a 12. No error. Not a good throw by Carter. But that's going to be another stolen base for Nixon. And now the tying run is in scoring position, is 90 feet away. 2 stolen bases for Otis Nixon. And now the infield will come in. Nothing on the 5. Nixon will stay where he is. Fernandez will now pitch to Rivera. Fernandez, 6-6, strikeout 6, and that is a big K. Struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Fernandez. He had 189 of them in 88. That'll bring up the pitcher, Brian Holman. And Holman is a 107 average and an RBI. And that is a 19, and nothing happening there, although Holman, I wonder if a squeeze play actually makes sense. His bunt rating is a 4. What's his chance for it to work? You know what? Nah, let him swing. A fly ball to the outfield could still do something here because Nixon's got good speed. Infield still in. Fernandez will pitch to Holman. Fernandez, 2-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Holman, 1-4, and that is a fly ball to right field. Getting to it is the straw. That is out number 2. Holman has no sacrifice, so it's all Otis Nixon. His base runner is a 4. Strawberry 0 arm. And he'll score. Nixon with the stolen bases will come in on a sacrifice fly. The game is tied. Stadium cheers. Yuppie! So Brian Holman gets the job done as he hits for the sacrifice fly. Now 2 outs, and game is now tied. Here's Hudler. Hudler got a base hit his first time up. Fernandez with the pitch. 3-3 against the righty. That's a blank. Hudler, 2-5. That's a base hit. He slaps one past short. The inning will continue. Hudler gets his second hit of the game. The batter now is Jones. Jones walked his first time up. Hudler had 29 stolen bases. And he gets the steal sign. 16 plus 2 is 18. And Carter plus 2 is a 20. And there goes Hudler. Hudler's going to try to steal second. The throw. Not in time. Hudler gets under the tag. Stolen base by Hudler. 3 stolen bases in this inning. And Fernandez right now looks a little shocked. Strategy roll again. That is a 6. This time Hudler will hold. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch to Jones. Fernandez, 1-3, strikeout 5. That is too high. Jones will swing. 1-2, and it's a ground ball to short. Johnson is up with it. He'll throw to first and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit and 3 stolen bases in the inning. We're tied at 2 after 2. I don't know what it is about Sid Fernandez, but he is not pitching like a pitcher with a 3.03 ERA. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Mets will be Darryl Strawberry. He is 0 for 1. Holman will go ahead and make the pitch. Holman, 1-5 against the lefty, walk, and that 6 will be ball 4, and Strawberry will go to first. So we walk Strawberry. So again, the Mets have the leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning. Here's Hojo, and he sacrificed fly his first time up, infield double play. Strawberry had 29 stolen bases, and that is a 14. He's not going anywhere. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 1-3, strikeout 11, and yep, he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Holman. That's 1 down. And that'll bring up Mookie. And he walked his first time up. Anything on the strat? The 15 says no. Strawberry stays at first. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 2-1. Range play at the park. Olympique Stadium, 1-1. That ball is hit to left field. That is an 11, and that is a home run, and that is going to be a home run chance. That is going to be a home run chance for Wilson. Mookie Wilson's home run rating against the righty is a 12. And he got it! Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep! And that ball is gone! Home run, Mookie Wilson! Stadium groans. Mookie Wilson had only 8 home runs that year, but he'll go ahead and smack a 2-run bomb. Mets lead 4-2. And if you're wondering if it does come up a home run set up here on the ballpark card, you still have to roll on the batter card to see if he gets it. And Wilson, in this case, against the righty's a 12, and that is a 10, and he does smack it out of there. 4-2 Mets. Section 518, cheers. Yay! Here's the kid. He's 0 for 1. 4-2 now, Mets. Holman with the pitch. Holman, 2-3. That's a blank. Carter, 3-6. That's a fly out the left. Tracy Jones will make the play. 2 outs. Next up is Magadan. Magadan is 1 for 1. Got a base hit his first time up. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 6-3. Strikeout 19 is high. Magadan, 2-2. And that's a base hit to center field. A line drive right into center. And Magadan will keep the inning alive. Second hit for him. And here comes Fernandez. He's 1 for 1. Magadan didn't have any stolen bases and nothing happening with Holman. Holman will make the pitch to Fernandez. Holman, 1-2, strikeout 4, and he'll get Fernandez. And that'll end the inning. Strikeout number 4, but 2 runs on 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Mookie. We go to the bottom of the third. The big cat, Andres Galarraga, leads off for the Expos, and he is 0 for 1. Fernandez has got to have a good inning here somewhere. Fernandez, 3-2, hit by pitch, 3. Well, that's not a good start. Plunk, ouch, and he hit him. He hits Galarraga easily on a hit batter. First hit batter of the game. Batter now is Brooks. He got a single his first time up. Infield a double play depth. Galarraga had 13 stolen bases. That is a 16. He won't go anywhere. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 5-6 against the righty. That's an out. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. Nails will make the catch there. And that is out number 1. Here's Wallach. Wallach got a base hit his first time up. Galarraga a 6, and he'll stay put. Hit and run is available, but Wallach with a 2-run down 2 runs, Wallach is going to go ahead and swing away. Fernandez will go ahead and pitch. Fernandez, 6-1, strikeout 7. Yes, cold strike 3 on Wallach, 2 outs. And that's strikeout number 2 for Fernandez, and that was a good strike. Good pitch there by Fernandez. Wallach should have swung at it, and he knows it, 2 down. And here's Santovina, and he's 0 for 1. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Fernandez will go ahead and make the deal. Fernandez, 6-1, strikeout 10. Yep, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires the side. And except for the hit batter, Fernandez actually has a good game. Nothing across except the hit by pitch. And the Mets have a 4-2 lead after 3. Mets trying to stay in third place. And right now, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, the Mets would actually have to travel to San Francisco for a one-game playoff. There would not be a 6 seed in the West since nobody's over 500 right now. But we still got a long way to go. We still have the rest. We still have until, of course, the final week, which when we do one game per 1 day of baseball. We go to the top of the fourth. Mets looking for some more runs. Lenny Nails Dykstra leads off. He's 1 for 2. Holman will set up with the pitch. 4-1. That's blank. Dykstra 4-4. And that's a line out right to second base. Hudler gloves that. 1 down. Here's Jeffries. Jeffries is 1 for 2. Got a double and scored in the first inning. Holman with the pitch. Holman 3-4, strikeout 18 is high. Jeffries 6-1, and that's a ground out to third base. And Wallach will get there and toss it over to first for the out. Next up is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 1 for 2 was Keith. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman 4-1, that is a blank. Hernandez 3-3, and that's a ground ball hit to second base. Hudler will take care of it, toss it over to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Holman. Nice job by him. And we go to the bottom of the fourth, still 4-2 Mets. Mets trying to stay ahead of the Cardinals. The Mets right now are 4.5. They are 4.5 back of the Expos for second. Right now, the Mets are just the way the Mets season has gone in this 88 year, where they actually owned baseball pretty much. They're going to be lucky just to make the postseason and be happy with it. Otis Nixon leads off. He walked his first time up and had a couple of stolen bases. 4-2 Mets. El Cid, 6-2. Error on a throw. Nixon, 1-1. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 17. And against the lefty, he's going to just miss a triple. And that's going to be a fly out to center. Dykstra's going to get there just in time and make the play. Nixon misses it by 1. 1 down, and here's Rivera. Rivera's 0 for 1. Fernandez will make the pitch. Fernandez 3-6 range play. Rivera 4-1 ground ball hit to third. It is hit. That is hit to Magadan. His range is a 3, and he can't get it, and that's going to get down the line, and Rivera's going to have a double. Rivera will get to second base as that is hit down the line, and Wilson will get it in there. And that brings up the pitcher, Brian Holman, and he is 0 for 1. And they're going to call the bunt. Corners will be in. Strategy roll anyway. And that is a 1. Rivera does get the steal sign to go to third, but he not really a good, 9 plus 2 is 11, and Carter plus 2 is 13. Ooh, a 65% chance to steal third, or do you let Holman try to bunt him over? 65% chance to steal third. That's close. I don't know here. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to let the dice decide. His base running rating is a 3. A 1 to 3, he tries to steal third. A 4 or 6, he holds. That's a 4, he'll hold. Holman will bunt. Fernandez, 3-5. And against the righty, that's a home run result, but that's ignored anyway on a bunt try. Plus, Holman has zeros for a bunt. So Holman will bunt, and that is bunted to third base. That's a 14. His bunt rating will be a 3 since it's hit to the corners in, and that is a 14. And that's going to be the lead runner thrown out. So it's bunted to third. That's picked up by Magadan. He's going to tag Rivera out at third, and Holman will be out at first. Will be safe at first, 2 outs. So the bunt does not work as Holman bunts it right to third base. Magadan is right there to tag him out. And now with 2 down, here is Hudler. You definitely wouldn't bunt with one out in scoring position. Yeah, what? I let the dice make the call, but the dice didn't. But I let the dice make the call. And plus, Holman has strikeouts all over. At least give him a chance. I don't know, Brian B. For strategy roll, and that is an 11. No play. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez 6-2, error on a throw. Hudler 1-3, and that's going to be a fly out to left. Getting in there will be Wilson. And let's see here, fielder's choice. That'll be a fly out to left. Wilson will get there. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Expos. Still 4-2 Mets after 4. We go to the top of the 5th. Holman back on the mound. The straw man is up, and he is 0 for 1 with a walk. 4-2 Mets. Expos down. Holman will go ahead. He still has a few batters left in the tank. Holman with the pitch. 6-2, strikeout. He gets Strawberry. Struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Holman, 1 down. Here's Hojo. Hojo is 0 for 2. Holman, they'll go ahead and pitch. Holman, 2-5. That is a blank. Hojo, 1-2. That's a fly out to right. And Hubie Brooks will come in a little bit and grab it for 2 down. Here's Mookie, and he hit a 2-run bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Holman's got to be careful with Wilson. Obviously, Wilson can slap one out of there. Holman with the pitch. 4-4. Walk plus 13. That's ball 4, and Wilson will be on base for the 3rd time today. Second walk to Wilson, and that's a second walk given up by Holman, and that gives the kid a chance to get it up there. Here's Carter. Carter is 0 for 2. Should be wearing a Mets cap in the hall, not an Expos cap. Wilson on at first, and he gets the steal sign. 16 plus 1 is 17. Santavania was 0, but I'm going to let Carter swing here. I'm going to let him swing here with 2 outs, or do I? A 1-17 chance? You know what? Send him. Wilson on his way to second base. The throw down to second, and he's safe easily. Matter of fact, there's not even a throw on a 3. Wilson got such a good jump that Santavania had no chance to get him, and he holds on to the ball. So Wilson will now be at second base, re-roll the strat, and that's a 5, nothing happening there. Now Carter a chance to bring in an extra run. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Holman, 6-5, possible error. Carter, 1-6, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. Carter gets a single. The right fielder is Brooks. His error rating is a 6. That's a 4, and he's going to make an error out there. Brooks is going to overrun the ball, and that's going to get past him. So it's a single and an error. Wilson will automatically score. Carter will get the second automatically. Brooks has no arm. Only on a 1, Carter can take third. And he does not. He stays at second base. 5-2 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! Single and an E9, and that is the first error on the Expos. They did have an error in the game historically. So now Carter on at second, and here's Magadan. Bullpen warming up for the Expos here. Magadan is 2 for 2. Holman will be tired after he faces Magadan. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Strategy rolls are still active. And nothing on the 16. Holman will pitch to Magadan. Holman, 2-5. That is a blank. Magadan, 5-2. And that is a ground ball hit to short. Up with it is Rivera. He'll take care of it, throw it over to first, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error in a walk. The Mets now have a 3-run lead going into the bottom of the 5th. Fernandez back on the mound. Tracy Jones leads off for the Expos. He's 0 for 1 to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Fernandez will make the pitch. Fernandez, 5-4, strikeout 5. Nope, that is high. Jones, 2-5, and he slaps a base hit to left. And the Expos get the leadoff man on. Single for Jones. That's his first hit of the game. Now the batter is the Big Cat. Jones had 18 stolen bases, and that is a 7, and he gets the steal sign. 15 plus 2 is 17. Carter plus 2 is a 19. I'll send him a 1-19. Jones goes to second base, and he's safe. Gets under the tag. Lots of stolen bases today, as Jones will steal a base, and that right now is the, let's see, you got 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th stolen base in this game combined. So Jones now on at second. Re-roll the strat, and that is a 3. And Jones actually gets the steal sign to go to third, but Galarraga will let him swing. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez, 6-6, strikeout 3. He got him. He gets Galarraga on a K, and that is strikeout number 4 for El Cid, 1 down. Here comes Brooks. Brooks is 1 for 2. Jones still on at second. And does he get the steal sign this time? No, that is a 4. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, 6 plus 3 is 9. Divided by 2 is 4.5. No, he does get the steal sign. Jones gets the steal sign. It's going to be the same thing. He's going to try to take third. And that is a 19, and he barely gets under the tag. And he's safe. A 1-19 was the only way he could do it. And I'll tell you, that D20 is doing everything it possibly can to get runners out. But the results are just too high for it. Jones steals third, another stolen base here in this game. Everybody's running at Olympic Stadium. Strategy roll, that's a 5. Jones will stay at third. Infield will now play in. Fernandez will pitch. Fernandez, 1-2, strikeout 3. He got Brooks. Strikeout number 5 for El Cid. 2 outs. Now the infield will move back. Batter now is Wallach. Wallach is 1 for 2. Jones on at third. And he'll stay put. El Cid, he will pitch. Fernandez, 4-6, possible error. Wallach, 2-4. And that's not going to be an error. That's a slow hit ball to third. Wallach, a base runner 2. The throw to first is not in time. Wallach will get there. Jones will score 5-3. And that will be an infield single for Tim Wallach as he beats the throw to first. Infield single. And now here's Santovania. Fernandez will be tired after Santovania, and he's due to bat next. He may not be batting in the 6th. I don't know yet. Still 2 outs, now 5-3. Strategy, 11, no play. Wallach will hold it first. El Cid with the pitch. El Cid, 3-5 against the righty. Home run result. Santovania needs a 16. That's a 7, and this game is tied. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Santovania. The Expos have tied it up. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 groans. A 2-run bomb by Nelson Santovania, and we're tied at 5. As El Cid again just does not seem to have it every time he's on the mound. And the next batter is Otis Nixon. And Fernandez is now tired, but they're going to see if he can finish the inning out. He's due to lead off. Nixon is 0 for 1. Now a tie ball game here at Stade Olympique. 5-2. No leader safe at inside pitch. I don't care what team you're playing. Fernandez with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout 5. He got Nixon, struck him out, and the side is retired. Fernandez actually struck out the side, but too late. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 stolen bases, and a 2-run bomb by Nelson Santavania. Tied at 5 after 5. Why is it I just can't have a relaxing game playing the Mets once in a while? It's always got to be a tight game. We go to the top of the 6th. Fernandez is not coming in to bat. He will be done. Holman is out as well. So we'll first find out who the Expos want to bring on to pitch. Holman due to lead off, or actually due to bat second in the inning. Question is, he is tired though. I think you'll bring in a pitcher. Expos will bring in a short reliever here, possibly. See who they want to have. And you have a pinch hitter, a lefty. I think they'll bring in a righty here. And they got a pretty good bullpen. Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Andy McGaffigan. 6 wins, no losses, 4 saves, a 2.76 ERA. McGaffigan will be the second Expo pitcher. Pinch hitting for Sid Fernandez will be Kevin McReynolds. 288 average, 27 homers, 99 RBIs. McReynolds did not get the start in this game, but he is on the bench, and he will pinch hit as we go to the top of the 6th. McGaffigan will pitch. McGaffigan, 4-6, walk plus. That 6 is ball 4, and McReynolds will trot to first. Again, the Mets get the leadoff man on. They've now gotten the leadoff man. Let's see here. 5 out of 6 innings. Let's see that. Yeah. No. Yeah, 4 out of 6 innings. The Mets have gotten the leadoff man on. Here's Dykstra. And let's see. Dykstra is 1 for 3. Got a single. Infield is at double play. As Wayne Scott says, we love drama. That is a 9. McReynolds not going anywhere. McGaffigan will go ahead and pitch. McGaffigan, 5-3, strikeout 8, and just missed. Dykstra will swing, 5-2, and it's a base hit to right field. That's a single. McReynolds, base runner 4, single to right plus 2. That'll be a 6. There won't be a throw, and McReynolds will automatically make third. So Dykstra goes ahead and gets his second hit of the game. Mets are in business for Jeffries. Jeffries is 1 for 3. He's got a double. Infield is going to come in. The Mets had a 5-2 lead. The Expos have tied it up. Now the Mets trying to take the lead again. Strategy, 18. No play. McGaffigan will go ahead and pitch to Jeffries. Here it comes. McGaffigan, 4-1 against the switch left. Strikeout plus, and he got him on a 10. Struck him out. Switch left makes him a 15, and he got Jeffries, and that is a big K. 1 down. Batter now is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. They'll keep the infield in. Hernandez is 1 for 3. Strategy roll, and that's an 11. Nothing happening. Dykstra staying where he is. McGaffigan will pitch to Hernandez. McGaffigan, 3-2. That's a blank. Hernandez, 4-2. And that's a fly ball hit to center field. Getting over there is Nixon. That's a fly out. That's out number 2. Hernandez, sacrifice fly of 2. That'll be good enough. McReynolds will come in. He will score. And the Mets retake the lead 6-5. Dykstra stays at first, as Hernandez will be credited with a sacrifice fly. Section 518 cheers. Yay! 6-5 Mets. Now here's Straw. Straw is 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield is now back. Dykstra still on at first. Nothing on the 8. He'll stay where he is. McGaffigan will go ahead and pitch. McGaffigan, 1-4, strikeout 16. That misses. Strawberry will swing. 1-4, and it's a fly ball hit to center field. This time Nixon will get there, and he will make the catch. and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, a sacrifice fly. And the Mets are once again out in front, 6-5. Bottom of the 6th. Luis Rivera leads off for the Expos. He is 1 for 2. Mets need a pitcher. And let's see, I think they're going to go on with a righty here. And it will be, every time I bring him in, I get nervous. I'll tell you, if the Mets make the postseason, I'm going to have a real tough time with this. Coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Terry Leach. 7 wins, 2 losses, 3 saves, a 2.54 ERA. Terry will be the second New York pitcher. Bottom of the 6th, 6-5 Mets. Leach with the pitch. Leach, 3-5. That is a blank. Rivera, 3-1. That's a ground out to short. Up with it is Johnson, and he will make the play for the out, 1 down. Pinch hitter coming up from McGaffigan. He will be done. And let's see. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos will be Dave Martinez. 255 average, 6 homers, 46 RBIs. Martinez was with the Chicago Cubs early in the year in 88. He is now on the Expos. Leach will go ahead and pitch. Leach, 2-4. And that's a pitcher result. And that 9 against the lefty is too high. Martinez, 1-4. And that's a ground out to third. Maganin will take care of it and toss it over, 2 down. Hudler is up next. And Hudler is 2 for 3 tonight, 2 singles and a stolen base, and scored 1. Leach will go ahead and pitch to Hudler. Leach, 3-5. That is a blank. Hudler, 2-6, and that's a ground ball hit to third. Maganin again will take care of that. Takes his time, throws it over, and that retires a side. A 1-2-3 inning for Leach, and I think he kind of needed that. And after 6, it is still 6-5 in favor of the Metropolitans. We go to the top of the 7th. Howard Johnson leads off for the Mets. He is 0 for 3. Expos need a pitcher. And let's see, got switch right. And it looks like they may bring in a lefty here. Yeah, looks like a lefty is going to be the way to go. Coming on to pitch for the Montreal Expos will be Joe Hesketh. 4 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves, a 2.85 ERA. I'll tell you right now, this Expo bullpen is pretty darn good. They're going to make the postseason. Expos may be a tougher out than some people think. Hesketh will go ahead and pitch. Hesketh, 3-2, strikeout 10, and he got Johnson swinging a miss. Struck him out. 1 down there. And that will bring up Mookie. Mookie is 1 for 1, a homer and 2 walks. Hesketh will go ahead and pitch. Hesketh, 2-4, range play at the park. Olympic Stadium, 1-4. That's a fly ball hit to center field. Nixon is after it. His range is a 4. That is a 4. He'll make the catch on Wilson. 2 down. Nice play by Nixon out there to take a possible hit away from Wilson. And now they'll bring up the kid. Carter is 1 for 3. Hesketh will go ahead and make the pitch. Hesketh, 1-6 against the righty. That's a blank. Carter, a 4-4, and he popped that one up to short. And Rivera calling everybody out of there. And he's going to make the catch, and that's a nice job for Hesketh. And that retires a side. 1-2-3 go the Mets, as Joe Hesketh keeps them quiet in a close game here at Olympic Stadium, 6-5. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. A little bit difficult sometimes to choose a good matchup because I don't want to overlap any teams. But our next game will be September 12th, and we've not seen these guys in a while, and they're still in it. Tomorrow night will be Stade in the National League, and we'll be going to Jack Murphy Stadium as the San Francisco Giants will take on the San Diego Padres. The Padres right now are a game and a half behind the Reds, behind Brian B's Reds for third place. They are under 500, and the Padres are still in this game, in the series, or the season. Dennis Cook will be pitching for the Giants, and Andy Hawkins will be pitching for the Padres. So a good matchup tomorrow night, the G-Men and the Friars at Jack Murphy Stadium. A very important game in the National League West. That'll be tomorrow night on the network. Bottom of the seventh inning, the Mets have a 6-5 lead on the Expos. Terry Leach, he's going to pitch. And leading off from Montreal will be Tracy Jones, and he's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Leach still has a little bit in the tank, and they will let him pitch. Leach sets up and now deals. Leach, 6-1, that is a blank. Jones, 1-2, that's a ground out to short. Taken care of by Johnson, and that's out number 1. One down here is the Big Cat. Galarraga's 0 for 2, but got hit by a pitch. Leach will go ahead and set up for the play. Modest King joins us here at Stade Olympique. Mets in a comfortable playoff position? Not really. Leach, 3-1. Home run chance. Righty, 1 to 14. The 8 is good. Against the righty, Galarraga needs a 19. And this game is tied once again. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, and gone. Home run for the Big Cat. We're tied at 6. Stadium cheers. Yuppie! Section 518 groans. Leach goes ahead and gives the Big Cat a meatball. He turns that into lasagna, and we're now tied at 6. And now the batter is Brooks, and Brooks is 1 for 3. Well, thank you very much, Modest King. I'm honored that you'll be watching the World Baseball Classic with my game in the background. Leach will go ahead and pitch to Brooks. Leach, 4-3. That's at the park. Olympic Stadium, 3-3. And that's a hit bank smack double into left field. Brooks will round first. He'll head to second, and he'll make it. And now the go-ahead run is at second base. A double for Hubie Brooks. And the batter now is Wallach. Wallach is 2 for 3. And I'll tell you, you know what? Maybe the way the Mets play on the board and the way FastScore is going, maybe this Mets team really wasn't as great as we all thought it was. I don't know. Leach will pitch to Wallach, 1 out. Strategy roll. That's a 14. Nothing happening. Leach will pitch to Wallach. Leach, 4-4. Strikeout 7. And he got him. Struck him out. And that is out number 2. As he will get Wallach. And now the batter is Santovenia. Santovenia hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Tied at 6 now, bottom of the 7th, another close game that the Mets have to deal with. Leach will go ahead and pitch to Santovenia. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 3. Brooks will stay where he is. Leach with the pitch. Leach, 4-6 against the righty. Strikeout. And he got him. Cold strike 3 on Santovenia on a 14, and he is out of there. Leach gets it done, but he does give up the damage. 1 run on 2 hits. And we are tied at 6 after 7. This game keeps on going back and forth. And as far as I'm concerned, this is now a Game of the Year candidate for the way the game was bouncing like a basketball. We go to the top of the 8th. Tied at 6 here. Dave Magadan leading off for the Mets. He will bat. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Hesketh, he can pitch 2 more batters before he tires. He will pitch. He is due to bat third for the Expos. He's due to bat third for the Expos in the bottom of the 8th. Hesketh will pitch to Magadan. Hesketh, 4-4, strikeout 10. That is just high. Magadan, 4-1, and that's a fly out to center field. Coming in there will be Nixon, and he will make the catch, 1 out. Pinch hitter coming up for Leach. He is done. And let's see who the Mets are going to bring out, and it's going to be Kevin Elster. 214 average, 9 homers, 37 RBIs. Elster will bat against Hesketh here. 1 out, top of the 8th. Hesketh, 5-3, error on a throw. Elster, 6-3, and that's a line drive at right to third, and that's out number 2. There won't be an error, obviously. This was hit right to Wallach, 2 down. 2 outs now. Here's Nails. Nails is 2 for 4, got 2 singles. Hesketh will go ahead and pitch. Hesketh, 5-2 against the lefty. Strikeout plus, and he will get Dykstra on that. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires a side. Hesketh was actually tired, but it didn't matter there. That is a strikeout plus, and he got him. Nothing across for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming on for the Mets, and we'll see a pinch hitter for Hesketh as well. As probably because he is due to bat third, so they got Switch and Wright coming up, and they are going to go with, let's see. Otis Nixon leads off for the Expos, and he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Mets are going to go ahead and make a pitching change, and they will go with, and they're going to go with Roger McDowell. 5 wins, 5 losses, 16 saves, a 2.63 ERA. McDowell will be the 3rd New York pitcher. So Nixon leads off here on the bottom of the 8th inning. McDowell with the pitch. McDowell, 4-5, strikeout 11, and he got him. Scott Nixon looking, and that's a strikeout. 3rd straight strikeout on the Expos, 1 down. Next up is Rivera. Rivera is 1 for 3. Thinking we could be having extra innings, I'm going to let him bat. McDowell will go ahead and pitch. McDowell, 2-3, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And he gets Rivera. That is the 4th straight strikeout on the Expos. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Hesketh. And it is going to be Tom Foley. 265 average, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. When you eliminate the shall we say, PEDs, we find out the Mets and Dodgers not so good in 88. Yeah, you give yourself the block dragon for that. McDowell will go ahead and pitch. McDowell, 6-6, that's a blank. Foley, 3-3, and that's a base hit to left field. Foley will become the go-ahead run on first. So Foley hits one off the bench. And the chance now for Hudler. Hudler is 2 for 4 tonight, 2 singles. Foley on at first. Strategy rolls are still on, and that's a 5. Foley is staying put. McDowell will go ahead and pitch to Hudler. Pitch coming, McDowell, 6-4, strikeout 18, that's high. Hudler, 1-2, and it's a ground ball hit to third. Magadan is up with it, and he's going to throw to second to get Foley, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Expos, tied at 6 after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? First up, top of the 9th. Tied at 6. Leading off for the Mets will be Greg Jeffries. And he is 1 for 4 tonight, has a double. Expos need a pitcher. And let's see, got switch left. And let's see who the Expos are going to bring on to pitch here. And they've used their lefty. So in this case, now it's the 9th inning. So I'm going to bring in one of their best. Coming on to pitch for the Expo for Montreal will be Jeff Parrott. 12 wins, 4 losses, 6 saves, a 2.65 ERA. Parrott will be the 4th Montreal pitcher. So Jeff Parrott probably want a cracker. He'll go ahead and pitch to Jeffries. Top of the 9th, tied at 6. Pitch coming, 5-2 against the switch left. That's a blank. Jeffries, 4-6, and it's a base hit to left field. Jeffries starts off the inning with a single to left. The go-ahead run is already on base. The batter now is Fernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Infield double play depth. Jeffries had 5 stolen bases. I doubt he's going, and he's not. Actually, that was a 5. I'm sorry. That was a 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. 17 minus 2 is 15. Santavania, 0 arm. A 1 to 15 for Jeffries to get in scoring position. You know what? Hernandez at the plate, I won't do it. Parrott will go ahead and pitch. Parrott, 3-1, strikeout 12, and he got Hernandez. Struck him out. Parrott gets Hernandez to get on called strike 3. And now the batter is Straw. Straw is 0 for 3 with a walk. Strategy roll. That's a 4. Jeffries again gets the steal sign, and now I'm going to send him. 17 minus 2 is 15. Jeffries on his way to second. The throw down the line he's safe. And gets there on a 10. Jeffries goes ahead and steals second base. Another stolen base here in this ballpark. They are off and running today. Jeffries now on at second. That takes away the double play. Strategy roll, and Jeffries now will stay at second. Parrott will pitch to Strawberry. Parrott's got to be very careful with him. Parrott sets up. He will pitch. Parrott, 2-6, range play. Strawberry, 6-6, and against the righty. That's a double into right field, but it's a range play for Hubie Brooks. Brooks's range is a 4. Strawberry hits it hard. Brooks is on his way, chasing it down to 1 to 4. He makes the catch. It is a 6. He does it. That's going to be a double. Jeffries comes around from second. He will score. Strawberry holds at second. It's 7-6 Mets. Stadium groans. Strawberry comes through with a big-time double to right. And that goes ahead and brings home Jeffries automatically. It's now 7-6 Mets. Brooks just had it, but nobody would have gotten that one. And now the batter is Johnson. Section 518 cheers. Yay! And now Strawberry on at second. And here's Hojo. He is 0 for 4. They'll let him bat. Parrott will go ahead and pitch to Johnson. Strawberry on at second. Strategy rolls are still active. And that is a 9. Strawberry will stay where he is. Strawberry at second. Parrott will go ahead and pitch. Parrott, 3-6. That's an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to third. And that's picked up by Wallach. The throw goes to first for out number 2. Strawberry stays at second, 2 down. And now the batter is Mookie. Wilson is 1 for 2, a home run and 2 walks. Strawberry on at second. Mets trying to win this ball game. 3 games ahead of the Cardinals for third place. Got to be in the top 3 to make the postseason. Strategy roll, and that's a 9. Nothing happening. Strawberry stays at second base. Parrott will pitch to Mookie. Parrott, 1-4, walk plus 13, and that's ball 4. He walks Wilson, and that will bring up the kid. Carter is 1 for 4, got a single and extra base on an error. And now runners at first and second, and Parrott is not tired yet, but he will be after Carter. And they will pitch to him. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Ninth inning Magic strikes again. Parrott will go ahead and pitch to Carter. Strat. 5, nothing happening. Strawberry stays where he is. Parrott will now pitch to Carter. Fans here at Olympic Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Parrott, 6-6, hit by pitch, 7. No. Carter is a 10, but -5 makes him a 5. Carter swings, 5-1, and it's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Rivera, and he's going to throw to first to get Carter, and that'll retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and a stolen base. Mets have a 7-6 lead. But now will we see some bottom of the ninth inning magic? Tracy Jones will lead off for the Expos. He is 1 for 3 with a walk. McDowell can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. He will pitch to Jones. Randy Myers is ready to go. McDowell will go ahead let's see here. And Steeler fan says that I want to see some ninth inning magic, and no magic. McDowell will go ahead and make the pitch to Jones. McDowell, 6-3, that's a blank. Jones, 3-5, and against the righty, it's a fly out to center field. Dykstra will get to that and make the play. 1 out. 1 down, and here comes the big cat. Galarraga is 1 for 3, has a home run and got hit by a pitch. 1 out, 7-6 Mets. Fans here at Stade Olympique hoping that the Expos can keep it going. McDowell trying to end this game. McDowell with the pitch. 2-5, range play at the park. Olympic Stadium, 4-5, and that's hit to right field. That is a 13, and that is going to be, oh boy, you got to be kidding me. That is hit to right field. That is a 13. That is a home run result. Galarraga needs a 19. And he got it. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And the big cat just blasted a second home run. This ball game is tied again. Stadium cheers. Yippee! Section 518. Barfs. Yeah. Galarraga goes ahead and smacks his second straight home run. That is hit to right field. That is in the home run column. And Galarraga ties this game up in the bottom of the ninth. Second straight homer by the big cat. And now the batter is Brooks. McDowell is now tired. And we'll see if let's see if we got 1 out here. And we're probably going to see some free baseball. McDowell will go ahead and pitch to Brooks. McDowell, 2-4 against the righty. That's an out. And that's going to be a ground out to third. Handled by Magadan. The throw goes to first. 2 outs. Ninth inning magic strikes again. And this time for the Expos. And now the batter is Wallach. And Wallach is 2 for 4. 2 outs here, bottom of the ninth. McDowell will go ahead and pitch to Wallach. McDowell, 1-6, error on a throw. Wallach, 4-3. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball hit to right field. And Strawberry will get to it. He will make the catch, and we've got free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Andres Galarraga. As he smacks his second home run of the game, we're tied at 7 after 9. We go to the top of the 10th inning, tied at 7. Dave Magadan leads off for the Mets. Jeff Parrott is tired. The Expos are going to go bring in a new pitcher here. And they got left and a lefty, a pinch hitter, and another lefty. So let's see who they want to bring in. And coming on to pitch for the Expos will be no more lefties, so they go with the best pitcher. That will be Tim Burke. 3 wins, 5 losses, 18 saves, a 3.40 ERA. Burke will now be the 5th Expo pitcher. Remember, Ghost Runner rules. Ghost Runner rules only. I will only activate Ghost Runner rules if a starter comes into the game. Then I will start with the Ghost Runner rules. I know that's an abomination, but I am now that is a permanent rule in Major League Baseball. I will now activate it into the games, but only if a starter comes into the game. That means all relievers have to be used. I know it's a horrible rule, and it is, but I'm now going to start utilizing it. But only if a starter comes into the game, and the Ghost Runner rule will begin in the next full inning. Burke will pitch to Magadan, top of the 10th inning. Burke, 4-6 against the lefty, walk plus 17, and he walks Magadan. Once again, the Mets get the leadoff man on as Burke walks Magadan, and we'll see a pinch hitter from McDowell. It is now extra inning, so anybody to come on to pinch hit. And coming on to pitch for the Mets, the bat for the Mets will be Mackey Sasser. 285 average, a homer, 17 RBIs. He will pinch hit here. Infield, a double play depth. Strategy, 13. Magadan stays where he is. Burke will now pitch to Sasser. Fans here at Olympic Stadium enjoying a heck of a game. Burke. 4-3. That's a pitcher result against the lefty. 1-20's a base hit right past the pitcher, and that's what it is. Magadan, a base runner 2. He will hold at second base. Not very fast, but now the go-ahead run in scoring position. Base hit for Sasser right past Burke. And now Nails is the batter. And timeout to update the scorecard, or scorebook, I should say. So here's Dykstra. He's 2 for 5. Magadan on at second. Sasser on at first. Burke will go ahead and pitch to Dykstra. Infield is still a double play depth. Strategy. That is a 3. Magadan not going anywhere. Burke will go ahead and pitch. Burke, 3-1. Range play. Dykstra, 2-4. It's a base hit to right field, but again, Hubie Brooks is going to try to come up with a play. His range is a 4. It is a 3. He'll make the catch this time. And that's out number 1. Magadan base runner 2. Brooks is 0. The only way Magadan can take third is on a 1. And he does. It's deep enough, and Magadan will go to third. Just deep enough for Magadan to get there on a fly out to right. Now the batter is Jeffries. Jeffries is 2 for 5, a single and a double. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Infield is in. Burke will go ahead and prepare to pitch. Strat. That is an 8. Nothing happening. Burke will now pitch to Jeffries. Fans here at Olympic Stadium hoping for a good pitch. Burke, 4-2 against the switch left. That's a blank. Jeffries, 6-4, and it's a fly ball to left field. It's a fly out to left. That's hit to Jones. Jeffries' sacrifice fly rating is a 2. And Magadan will come in and he will score. Mets take the lead 8-7. Stadium groans. Because Magadan was able to take third on the fly ball to right, he comes in on a sacrifice fly. And the Mets now have an 8-7 lead. And the batter now is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Hernandez is 1 for 5. Sasser on at first, now 2 outs. As Jeffries hit it deep enough to score the run. Section 518, cheers. Yay! Burke will go ahead and pitch. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 19. Burke will come on and pitch. Burke, 2-5. That's a blank. Fernandez, 5-4. And that's a ground ball to first. That'll be taken by the big cat. He'll take it himself and step on the bag and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit and a sacrifice fly. Mets have an 8-7 lead. But the Mets have been unable to get the Expos to get this game done. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. Mets are going to go ahead and bring out the closer, and that's going to be Randy Myers. 7 wins, 3 losses, 26 saves, a 1.72 ERA. Randy Myers' job is to get this game over. Nelson Santavania is the leadoff batter, but we're going to see a pinch hitter for him. As Santavania will come out, and coming on to pinch hit for the Expos will be Mike Fitzgerald. 271 average, 5 homers, 23 RBIs. Fitzgerald will also take over at catcher if necessary. So Fitzgerald will now pinch hit against Myers in the bottom of the 10th. Myers will go ahead and pitch. Myers, 1-4, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And he gets Fitzgerald. 1 down. Next batter is Nixon. And will we pinch hit for him? Let's see. Nixon is in, where is he? He's in center field. Do I have another center fielder available? No, I don't. He has to hit. I'm not making the mistake I did last night. Nixon will bat. He has to swing. I have no other center fielders on the bench or anything. He will bat. Myers will pitch. Myers, 6-1, strikeout 16. That is high. Nixon, 6-6, and it's a ground out to first base. Hernandez charges and gets it and tags the bag, 2 outs. Now the batter is Rivera, and I think we can do a pinch hitter for him. And yes, we will. Rivera coming out of the game, and we'll see a pinch hitter for the Expos. And it is going to be Jeff Hewson, a 310 average, no homers, 3 RBIs. Jeff Hewson, a September call-up. And he will take over at short if necessary. So Jeff Hewson will come on to bat. That's another blast from, that's another 90s blast from the past, even though the 80s was where he started. But Jeff Hewson is more known for the 90s. Hewson will go up against Myers. He has a 310 average, 2 outs. Myers will go ahead and pitch here at Olympic Stadium. Fans here on their feet. Can Myers get it done for the Mets? 8-7 in favor of Metropolitans. Myers sets up. Here comes the pitch. 6-1, strikeout 3. He got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's your game. The Mets will beat the Expos 8-7, and we have a happy recap. Section 518, cheers. Yay! Stadium groans. 3 up and 3 down. Randy Myers just gets Hewson on a strikeout. And he got him, and the Mets will win an 8-7 game here at Olympic Stadium. As the late, great Bob Murphy would say, we have a happy recap, and that's a good win for the Mets, as they still try to hold on to third place, and they now gain a game on the Expos to maybe try to catch them for second. Final line score coming up. For the Mets, 8 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Expos, 7 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Roger McDowell. He'll go ahead and get the win. Tim Burke is going to take the loss, and Randy Myers will get the save. A big victory for the Mets tonight at Stade Olympique. They absolutely needed it, but now we'll see what happens as we are not done yet tonight. 10-minute ticker is on the way. Why can't every game, every time I play the Mets, I always have to have a tough game? Jeez. No matter who's pitching or on the mound. Ugh. One of these days I will do a full Mets replay for some season. One of these days I will do that. I don't know when, but I may just do a full replay for the Mets in a full season. Maybe 86, I don't know. Or I might try something different. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. So the Mets will get an 8-7 win on the Expos tonight. And now let's see how the rest of that of the majors goes here. Starting with September 9th, Toronto at Baltimore. Toronto 14-13, and that is 1. Orioles 762, and that is 6. And that's a win for the O's, and Toronto cannot afford to lose to teams like the Orioles. Cleveland at Boston. Cleveland 344, and that is 3. Red Sox 1832, and that is 4. And Boston right now is in a 3-way tie at this moment. Minnesota and the White Sox. Minnesota 1661, and that's 8. White Sox 864, and that's 7. That's a win for the Twins, and they need that to stay ahead of Kansas City for second. Oakland at Kansas City. Oakland 28-26, and that is 6. Royals 746, and that is 4. Another win for the Athletics. Seattle at Milwaukee. Seattle 966, that's 9. The Brewers 711, that's 0. That is a bad loss for Milwaukee. They are beginning to fade. They are now in 5th place, and at one point they led the division. Detroit and the Yankees, those two teams are tied. Detroit 16-12, and that is 1. Yankees 13-41, and that is 5. The Yankees just retook first place in the AL East. California at Texas. California 12-33, and that is 4. Rangers 9-34, and that is 3, and that's a win for the Angels. The Angels are back to 500. Cincinnati and the Dodgers. Brian B., I know he's checking on trying to check on his Reds. The Reds are a game under 500. The Dodgers have 74 losses. The Dodgers cannot lose more than 6 games. Cincinnati 863, and that is going to be 7. The Dodgers 256, and that is 5, and that win belongs to the Reds. The Dodgers now have 5 games left they can lose. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Philadelphia 11-45, and that is 5. Pirates 23-54, and that is 8. And the Pirates do not want to relinquish the National League East. Atlanta and the Padres. Important game for the Padres to stay close with Cincinnati. Atlanta 10-51, and that is 5. Padres 16-63, and that is 8. And the Padres will stay with the Reds. Astros and the Giants. Astros and the Giants. Houston 5-23, and that is 2. Giants 9-56, and that is 6. And the Giants win that game. And once again, the Giants and the Astros are tied atop the NL West. Cubs and the Cardinals. With the Mets winning, Cardinals need to win in order to stay with the Mets. Cubs 12-22, and that is 3. Cardinals 12-25, and that is also 3. We have extras. Big extra innings between these two. Cubs roll a 1, -1 is 0. Cardinals roll a 5, and they will win in extras. They'll stay with the Mets. On to September 10th, Toronto at Baltimore. Toronto 15-62, and that is 8. Orioles 252, and that's 4. The Blue Jays needed that win. Cleveland at Boston. Cleveland 333, and that is 2. Red Sox 20-44, and that's 6. Another win for the Red Sox. Minnesota at the White Sox. Minnesota 17-52, and that is 7. White Sox 0-43, and that is 3. A win for the Twins. Oakland at Kansas City. Oakland -143, and that is 3. Royals 7-16, and that's 1. Oakland will still beat Kansas City, and right now Oakland's magic number, I believe, is 10. Seattle at Milwaukee. Seattle -146, and that's 3. Brewers 7-21, and that's 2. The Mariners beat the Brewers again. Another bad loss for Milwaukee. Detroit and the Yankees. Detroit 14-12, and that is 1. Yankees 13-62, and that is 7. Another win for the Bronx Bombers. You've been trying to figure out how the dice rolls are read on ticker, and you finally give up. All right, I'll give you a hand here. You got California at Texas. 15 versus 15. This is rated by Brian Davis, who created FastScore Baseball. We roll the dice. I use the red dice for the visiting team. I use the white dice for the home team. The big die is red first. The small die is red second. California has a 15. That is a 62. You look down on this chart and you see 15, and then you go across to find 62. 62 to 63 is 8 up here. So that is 8 runs for the Angels. The Rangers also have a 15, but they roll a 1 and a 5, which is a 15. So a 15 here and a 15 falls here is 13 to 16. That is a 2. So the Angels beat the Rangers in that game 8-2. And that's actually a big win for California. That puts them above 500 now. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds now at 500 in third place. The Dodgers with 75 losses. Reds, let's see what happens. Reds 0-44. They're not going to win this one. That's 3. The Dodgers 766. That's 9. And the Dodgers will save themselves a loss. The Mets and the Expos. Mets trying to get even closer to Montreal to see if they can get a chance to grab second. Mets 10-15. They're not going to win this one. That's going to be a 2. Expos 0-56, and that is 4, and that's a win for the Expos. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. The Pirates trying to close out this National League East. Philadelphia 4-23, and that is 2. Pirates 14-24, and that is 3, and that's a win for the Bucks. And right now, they look like I don't think anyone is going to catch them for the NL East. They may have they're going to have the number 1 seed, I think, in the National League. Atlanta and may have the number 1 seed overall. Braves and the Padres. Braves 333, and that is 2. Padres 10-26, and that is 3, and that's a win for the Padres, and they gain a game on the Reds. Astros and the Giants. Both teams tied the top of the NL West. Astros 15-13, and that's 2. Giants 21-53, and that is 7, and the Giants have now taken over first in the National League West. Cubs and the Cardinals. With the Mets losing, the Cardinals a win here, they'll get to within 2. Cubs, 861. They won't do it. That's going to be 6. The Cardinals, 824, and that is 2. They will not gain a game on the Mets. On September 11th, Toronto at Baltimore. Toronto, 1264, and that is 8. Orioles, 556, and that is 5. That's a win for Toronto, and they needed that win. Cleveland at Boston. Red Sox are on a major winning streak. Cleveland, 532, and that is 3. Red Sox, 1264, that is 8. The Boston Red Sox, who historically won this division in 1988, they may just do it. Minnesota, and they were back, and they were far back for a while. Minnesota and the White Sox. Minnesota, 1154, and that is 6. White Sox, 1323, and that is 3, and a win for the Twins. Oakland at Kansas City. Oakland, 723, and that's 2. Royals, 841, and that is 4. And the Royals avoid being swept. Seattle at Milwaukee. Seattle at Milwaukee. Seattle, 325, and that is 2. Brewers, 1825, and that is 4. And the Brewers get a much-needed win. Detroit and the Yankees. The Yankees have won 2 games against the Tigers today. Detroit, 1134, and that is 4. Yankees, 1441, and that is 5. And the Yankees will sweep the Tigers tonight. The Yankees now have, I believe, and Boston, I think the Red Sox right now have taken over second place, and Detroit's now dropped to 3rd. California at Texas. Angels, 1144, and that is 5. Rangers, 1233, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Angels. And they win 3 games tonight, and they're now 2 games above 500. Got to be above 500. You need to be in the top 3 in each division, but you must have at least 82 wins. A 500 record does not cut it. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds and the Dodgers. Cincinnati now a half game ahead of San Diego. The Dodgers with 75 losses. Reds, 451, and that is 4. Dodgers, 554, and that is 5. And that's a win for the Dodgers. They will get another win now. They are not really in the, they were about 6.5 back of 3rd place, but with now beating the Reds twice, 2 out of 3, the Dodgers are not finished yet. Mets and the Expos. Mets and the Expos. Another big game for the Mets. Mets, 932, and that is 3. Expos, 412, and that is 0. And another happy recap for the Mets. They'll take 2 out of 3 tonight. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Pirates looking really, really good. Philadelphia, 665, and that is 7. Pirates, 1764, and that is 9. The Pirates are on a mission. Atlanta and the Padres. Atlanta, 134, and that is 2. Friars, 714, that is 1, and they will lose a bad game to Atlanta. Houston and the Giants. Astros and the Giants. The Giants have won 2 games tonight. Can they win 3? Houston, 931, and that is 3. Giants, 855, that is 6. And the Giants take all 3 games against the Stros tonight. Cubs and the Cardinals. Can the Cubs do the Mets a favor? Cubs, 1025, and that is 3. Cardinals, 726, and that is also 3. They have extras. They have extras. Cubs roll a 4. -1 is 3. Cardinals roll a 5 and +0, and the Cardinals will win that in extras. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 12th. As we got a big game at Jack Murphy Stadium, the San Francisco Giants will take on the San Diego Padres. Dennis Cook will be going for the G-Men, and Andy Hawkins will go for the Friars. The Padres are right behind the Reds for third in the NL West. Anything is possible yet. We still got half a month to play, including the final week. Cook and Hawkins, San Francisco and the Padres, be there or be square. Steeler fan, Doug Hunt, Texag 75, Modest King, Jeff Merklin, Brian Patterson, Jeremy Brooks, and let's see here, Frank Rosank, Frank Wainscott, Doug Hunt, Clee baseball fan, Brian B, and let's see, MV, David Vega, Mark Russell, and, of course, G. Puck. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Another Game of the Year candidate. The Mets have a happy recap as they beat the Expos tonight in 10 innings, 8-7. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one.